Shalom, y'all. Resistance a spell breaker here. Today, we're going to take a look at the calendar. Now, in the middle, I have the Gregorian calendar. This is the calendar that you follow. Okay. On the right, I have the Satanic calendar, and on the left, we have Yahweh's 7 holy Moedims. Okay, his 7 holy feast days, which the world sadly has forgotten all about and doesn't care about, and wants no part of partaking in. Now, I know that you've heard people like me say that your holidays are pagan, but when someone puts a chart like this in front of you, it's basically undeniable. Okay, now sure, you could say, well, Passover and Easter are the same thing, when they're not the same thing. Well, so, okay, you could have got one line. But no one in the world is going to agree with my findings. I don't agree with any of these calendars, okay? And in fact, in the Hebrew community, a lot of us will argue 10 ways to Sunday whether or not you want to go off of the sun or the moon to get yourself to where you think these dates should be. But, at the end of the day, we argue about our calendar, and there's a million different types of occultists, and they would argue all day long about that calendar as well. So I just wanted to give you the big picture, though, which is that your Gregorian calendar and your holidays that you're partaking in are not found in Scripture. There is no Christmas in Scripture. There is no Easter in Scripture, okay? There is no birthday in Scripture. There is the birth, they did celebrate when I believe it was John the Baptist was born, but it was more of a celebration for the parents of the child. In my study of the male child, they would have like a little celebration for the parents. This was not to be an annual remembrance, okay? That would be a perversion of Leviticus chapter 23 when it says not to add to nor to take away from his holy Moedims, which is why you see the tape here for Hanukkah. Hanukkah is in fact a perversion of the holy feast days. So I hope that this serves as a wake-up call to some Christian out there who's maybe heard that their holidays were pagan, but was able to just say, well, it's okay, God knows my heart. Or, the church is doing it, maybe I'll do it. I mean, you have to understand, okay, this world is a conspiracy against your soul salvation. The religious systems have been put in place by Satan and his minions, okay? The calendar, the Gregorian calendar is put in place by Satan and his minions, okay? And you can see, you've been tricked into partaking into his satanic ceremonial dates your entire life. You're serving other mighty ones. And when you hear someone like me, if you're unlearned, you just think maybe we're crazy, or maybe we're misreading something in Scripture, or something like that, okay? If you're unlearned, you don't know what to think when you run across someone such as myself. When I show you something like this, I'm hoping that this will at least entice you to look further. You shouldn't believe anything I have to say. You don't know me. So do some research. See if what I said so. And like I said, I'm not interested in big long debates with people. No one's going to agree with all my findings, with everything that I've presented here today. And that's okay. Just start thinking, okay? The time's running too short for us to just be following this world because we know where it's going. Have a blessed day. Shalom.